Hey guys, welcome back. Day 3 here. So we are moving on to develop craft. So you are going to again go inside, get your packet, look at number 3, and our goal here says I can decide what materials I will need and how to use and take care of them.
Anything you want to become good at, you must practice, practice, practice. Learning how different tools can be used in art and how different art materials will work will help develop your skill as an artist. This is called developing your craft. You must also learn how to use and take care of your tools.
It is going to be a stations day again. So I am going to go through, and remember to check as you go to each station which ones you've done. I'm going to go through and give the instructions for each very quickly. Station A. This is the I Do, You Do partner challenge. So clearly you're going to have to work with a partner for this challenge. You each are going to need a piece of paper, and what you are going to do in this challenge is you're going to take turns drawing something that you love to draw, and you are going to teach your partner how to draw. I'm going to draw with them and go one step at a time, and I'm going to say, okay, start with one big curve that goes up in the air like a big bunny ear. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line that goes straight across, but it's very short. Then I would curve up again. You're going to keep going until you finish the whole drawing, and then you guys are going to switch positions. So then next, you will be listening to your partner and following their instruction. Okay, so the Inside the Lines challenge. You need a piece of paper and you're going to start with a marker. I'm not going to read these closely, that's why you guys have them at your stations. So what you're going to be doing on your paper, you're going to get a marker, and from one edge of the paper to another, you guys are going to draw at least 10 lines, as long as they go all the way across the paper, and that they are overlapping, meaning they're going over top of one another. Once you guys have at least 10 lines, you're going to put your marker away. You're going to notice you have some other materials at the table. Okay, you guys are going to use those materials to fill in each of the spaces. Please do not overlap any types of materials inside of the space, because marker especially, it cannot go on top of anything else. It will ruin the markers. So if you have chose to use an oil pastel for one of your spaces, you are going to only use oil pastel in that space. The whole purpose of this is to learn how to control your materials. All right, moving on to the cut and glue challenge. So this is a noten that you guys are going to be doing. I believe that we did one of these last year if you were with me. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a black square and a white paper, and then what you have to do next is draw lines that go on the side. Every time you draw a line, it has to start and end on the same side of the paper. You can keep this very simple. Don't make really complicated shapes, because remember, everything that you draw, you must cut at the end. So I keep mine really simple. Okay, when you are done drawing your shapes, you're going to need to cut them. Once you have all of your pieces cut off, and remember, this is a challenge and I'm seeing how well you can use your materials. These should be coming off in a singular piece. No rough edges, no little pieces everywhere. Then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put your puzzle piece back together. The last step of this challenge before you have to glue it down is you take the piece from the side and you have to flip it over the side so that it creates symmetry. So again, you take this piece, you flip it over, and you glue it up next to the edge. Careful gluing. Okay, if you're using careful gluing, I'm not going to see that there's glue squishing out of the sides here. You guys are going to be careful. Okay, lastly, we are going to be doing the tints and shades mixing challenge. Okay, so for this one, notice that number 1 says you need to put your name and table number on your paper, because this won't be going in your table folder or your Studio Habits of Mind folder. It will be going on the drying rack. Name and table number, flip. Okay, at this point, what you guys have to do, you're going to choose a color, and you guys are actually going to have an egg carton, not this palette. This is just what I have right now. But you're going to get 1, 2, 3 scoops of white on your paper, and then you are going to clean your brush. You'll each have the water cup right next to you. Okay, you're going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 scoops of my color. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to slowly add the white into my color and I'm going to mix it around. Okay, it's going to start to change your color a little bit. With that, I'm going to start to paint small areas of my paper with that new color. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more white. I'm going to start to mix it in and see how it changes. You'll notice it's getting a lot lighter now. I'm going to go over. I'm going to carefully paint a square. Okay, if you need to put a messy mat underneath your artwork, please do. Okay, you keep going, adding white each time until you fill your paper up with all different tints of your color. Okay, once you finish with the tint, if you have time, you may clean your brush and get a small, teeny tiny scoop of black and make a shade. I'm not going to show you that. It's going to be a challenge for you guys. At the end, you guys may leave your dirty paintbrushes in the water cup so that the next group can take a clean one. For your exit ticket, you guys are going to respond to 2 prompts. Okay, you are going to explain how you developed craft by finishing the sentence, I showed care by, and you're going to explain how you cared for the materials or what you had to do. The second one says, my work shows skills at using the blank. You guys have to talk about whatever material or tool it was that you used and what you learned about using that tool. Okay, so you're going to explain what exactly you did or tried not to do with it so that you were using it properly. Okay, once that's done, you're going to put your work inside of your Studio Habits of Mind folder, in your table folders, and then you are all set and ready to go.